Hello to my Cancers. This is Queen Amun-Ra coming to you with your general reading, Cancers. Let's get right into it. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you, Cancers. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below in the description. Or you can just go to queenamunra.com. You can go to queenamunra.com to book your readings. Let's do it. See what's going on here. Let's see what is going on. Let's set the tone for your reading. I am my only competition. You don't have any competition. None. Zip, zilch, zero, right? So you were thinking you had any competition, you don't. There's only one you on the planet. No one else is like you, Cancers. And no one else like you. You are unique. So there's only one you. All right, so this reading is for Friday, October 24th through, which the moon will be in Sagittarius, and through October 31st, right? So you can download a moon calendar to see what part of your body it could affect, right? So for those of you who are into that sort of thing, you can download a moon calendar on, you could just go to Google and then type in moon calendar, moon phase calendar, to be exact, moon phase calendar. And so this is going to take us all the way out to October 31st, right? So the moon will be in Sagittarius on October 21st, and then it'll be in Pisces on on Sagittarius October 24th, and then on October 31st, it'll be in Pisces. What those two signs have in common is Jupiter. They're both ruled by Jupiter, right? Pisces has another ruling planet, but that's what they have in common is Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of growth and opportunity. The day of the week that it affects is Thursday. The color is purple, right? And the next full moon, we have a super moon coming up, is a Beaver moon coming up. So we had a Hunter's moon in the last cycle, but we have another super moon coming up. And so like I said, color purple is going to be significant here. It affects the day of the week Thursday. Jupiter affects the day of the week Thursday. And so that could be significant. The color purple could be significant. Let's see what card we're going to use here. So somebody may be feeling pretty lucky, growth and opportunity. So that's what you want to focus on. You want to feel really lucky. And speaking of Hunter's moon, right? I'm thinking about headhunter, right? So you could be thinking about like somebody could be looking for a job. Somebody could be looking for you, like in terms of like, okay, somebody really, really wants to hire you. You could have been looking for a job. You could have had your, put some resumes or whatever out there. Some people could have been finally, after, something could have dried up or whatever, you could have been like, okay, finally, something could be headed your way. Your symbol is a crab. And so things could be coming right to your door. So you want to, your words carry weight. So you want to keep your vibrations high. And so this is where I'm putting it out there, right? So that color purple has a very regal, very royal connection to it. And so some people could have been thinking, okay, this person, there's some growth and opportunity here. So when you think about Jupiter, think about morals, ethics, adventure, hubris, confidence, zest for life, possibilities, horizons, enthusiasm, blessings, abundance, opportunities, good fortune. Think about all of those things. So it could literally be something as simple as you meeting somebody. And like, okay, I wonder what that was for, because nothing is by coincidence. You talk to somebody, and a lot of people think, okay, I just met somebody, I just talked to somebody, I'm not really sure what that was about. You prayed, okay, I want to meet somebody new. It could have literally been like the day before. You're like, okay, I've been wondering, I want to meet some new friends. I want a social circle, it could be your next door neighbor, the neighbor upstairs, downstairs. It could be somebody, in your cul-de-sac. It could be somebody on your job. You could have a new employee orientation, whatever, right? But you're your only competition. You are literally your only competition. There is nobody. A new position could be opening up where people are just like, oh my God, we were looking for somebody like you to do such and such, right? You're your only competition. So you're going to feel real good about something coming in. Something is going to come straight to your door. I mean, straight to your door. Like, oh my God. Yep. Now you were trying to piece something together anyway. Here we have the 8 up, and this money exchange right here. Money is coming literally right to your door. Current situation. Your current situation is like you were trying to piece something together. Like you were trying to piece money together. Like, okay, taking a little bit here, taking a little bit here from here, a little bit from there, right? This is you, current situation. See this person with a sewing machine? And usually with sewing machines, like, okay, pattern, right? A pattern, right? And that's something is like what's kind of sort of been a pattern for you. You're used to doing that, right? Generationally, somebody comes from a family that's like, okay, you're not a lazy person at all. So you come from that kind of a background. It's like, okay, if you're short on something, hey, you will, go work a fast food job if you need to. You go work multiple jobs just to kind of sort of piece it together to make sure some stuff get done, right? But you'd be surprised, like you get focused real fast. 8 is a money exchange number. But the dark side of 8 is somebody could succumb to passive and powerless behavior or egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. Meaning that somebody may say, oh, I would never do that for a living. Like somebody could say, I would never work for a fast food place. But if you have your bills to pay, you want to do something legit and legal, right? Nothing illegal, right? Or somebody says, okay, passive. Like somebody who's well, what kind of like passive income? Like maybe passive income could be like maybe starting another YouTube channel, or somebody could recommend, hey, why don't you start a Patreon page or Patreon channel or something like that, right? That could be something, or recommend something, or somebody could recommend maybe you start a podcast or something like that, right? Or some other passive form of income. So the challenge is somebody said something about you that was very heartbreaking. That was the challenge. Somebody said that you were doing something very heartbreaking, very disappointing to make ends meet, basically. That's what somebody said, that you were doing something to, very heartbreaking to make ends meet. And somebody's going to tell you that. Somebody's going to tell you that. Somebody's going to come to you and tell you that. So if you were wondering what was being said about you, somebody's going to tell you exactly what was said. So that's the crosses, that's the crosses that you have to be the challenge, obstacle that's standing in the way. Is that somebody is going to tell you exactly what was said, right? Distant past, to make you look like a fool. Somebody's going to tell you what you walked away from. Basically, somebody's saying that's what, like that was in the midst of the multiple streams of income. Wow. That's why things are coming up like roses for you here. Right? Somebody going to say, oh, that's why things are coming up for roses. Oh, you talking about the person that had the dog? Mm-hmm. So that was kind of like the surprising thing that people was like, oh, that person, yeah, the person who, yeah. Yeah, piecing together stuff and whatever. People just putting together stuff. Yeah, so here we have this right here. So the recent past, right? So people talked about, oh, this person was a fool. They walked away from a leadership position. And it's like people are just like piecing pieces of a story together about your job, what kind of job you used to work with. And they talking about your heartbreak. It's like people are piecing stuff together. And what's interesting about all of this is that people are so busy piecing stuff together. Nobody in all of this talking about you. They said, okay, somebody had a dog. Somebody was in a leadership position. This right here, 8 and 3 is 11, right? This is what I'm talking about. All the stuff that you're going to hear about, the stuff that was saying, is you didn't even get a chance to even heal. Just when somebody brings something back to you, you didn't get a chance to heal from something that was heartbreaking, a death that you had gone through, right? You had gone through a death. 8 connects us with the death number. You had gone through some kind of a death of something, a death of a cycle. It could have been a death of a marriage, a death of a job, death of a something that you had gone through. But 8 and 11 means that somebody came through a door, a portal, right? You talked to someone that somehow they came through it physically, in the physical sense. They came through a death and came through a portal, right? And so they walked away from the chaos and confusion themselves, right? That's what y'all have in common. And y'all talked, right? And so they're the ones, and somehow God has something to do with it, right? They are just as compassionate as you are. And that was, y'all walked away from the same chaos and confusion. The same, y'all got so much stuff in common. When y'all talk, y'all gonna be like, you know what? Things started coming up roses. It's like almost like you and somebody decided, hey, that's when stuff started getting better. It's amazing when you walk away from certain things, how your life starts just changing drastically when you walk away from certain people, places, and things. It's heartbreaking. It literally is just heartbreaking when you walk away from certain people, places, just chaos and confusion. So I see a leadership position for somebody. Here we have 3 of Cups here. Yep, 3 of Cups here. Yep. So this is where your strengths are. Your strengths are just your energy, your compassion towards people, how you pour into people. You're a leader, but you're a compassionate leader. This is what sets you apart. You're genuinely a compassionate leader. And this is where a leadership position is. This is what really sets you apart. And you're not a fool, right? You know, somebody knows whose heart has been broken, right? And people know who's been trying to piece some things together, who's been trying to pull some things together. You know something about your energy, like what's been going on, like with people, but you're genuinely a compassionate leader. And so some people are I'm telling you, you're your only competition. You're your only competition. So a leadership position is here for you. We got 3, 3, 3 here. You've gone through a thing. I'm talking about, you got so much stuff in common with people, it's not even funny. You're not in a position here to trauma bond with people at all. You're not a fool. You know exactly what people have said about people, and what people have said about you behind your back. In terms of the variety of things, because Cups connects us with variety. This is sacral chakra. You know what people have said about you and how you make your money. People know that you were in a leadership position, but you also know that people have been heartbroken and what they said about you, like surgery, divorce, your family. All kinds of stuff. Something was possibly done to somebody's pet. You're not a fool, because things are coming up for you like roses and people were jealous. Just something is coming. When I tell you something is coming right to your door, that's why this 8 and 3 and 8 is 11 here. And I'm telling you, stuff is just going to flow for you. When I tell you flow, so congratulations, you're going to feel so lucky. And so source is the one. When I tell you that source is the one, something is going to go away. One thing is going to go away, and that's going to keep people out of your business. It's going to keep people out of your business. And here's the thing. It's something that you prayed for. Because somebody is going to tell you something that's going to instantly help you to say, I need to get off the fence. This right here. 8 and 3 is 11, right? It's going to help you get off the fence and help people as a leader be more compassionate towards other human beings. This is where it's going to really help you, because you're going to hear some stuff about yourself from other people. It's almost like a person is going to be telling you about yourself without your name being called, if that makes any sense. So it'd be like significant, like it'd be kind of like a person saying, let me see if I can just, and I'm just making up something here. Let's say let's say you're in a leadership position at work, and somebody says, somebody makes up this wild, crazy story about you got promoted because somebody found out that your brother is married to your manager's cousin, right? And you get favoritism on the job because your families you're connected or something like that, and that's how you get favoritism or whatever. I mean, it could be some kind of wild, crazy other story or whatever, but you get favoritism because the families are connected, right? When really you really worked that hard. You really did work hard to get that position, right? Y'all know some stories that can be wilder than that, like somebody sleeping around and all that craziness. But anyway, but they take it a step further. They take something to HR. They try to get you fired, saying that you know, they found out some kind of secret that your family, one of your family members is married to the manager's family member, and it's some kind of favoritism going on, and they want to see your credentials and somebody else's just craziness. Somehow get you all mixed up into a bunch of mess and people are talking. But anyway, so that's what I'm seeing here for you. Your strength is that you're a compassionate leader. You genuinely are compassionate, right? And so the near future is this: a lot of wealth, because you have a wealth of compassion and you already a leader. So your resume already speaks for itself. You're a leader already. You're already a leader. And so the influence is on you. The influence is on you already is that you're already climbing out of something. You're already moving on from you're moving on from people being shady behind your back. Yeah, you have that in common. You have that in common with somebody. It's like you're already moving on from something. Yeah, you're moving on from something. So the external environment and environmental influences, or how other people and their energies impact your situation here. You already got the position. You already won something. Yeah. Source is trying to tell you that you've already talked to someone who has enough knowledge when it comes to you winning something. You've won some kind of money, right? And so somebody already knows a secret behind something around money. And that you're trying to piece some things together. And like I said, and what's heartbreaking is that you could be talking to some people that you're related to or connected to right now that think you're linking up with some people. This is what you're physically linking up with some people who really think that you're a fool. They really think that you're a fool. Like, you literally could be linking up with somebody who thinks that y'all gonna be connecting to infinity and beyond, right? Literally think that y'all gonna be connecting, like you're gonna be piecing something together forever. Like you're gonna be robbing Peter to pay Paul forever. And you talking to them, and it's just heartbreaking that they really are that naive, that you can be robbing Peter to pay Paul. And like you're foolish enough they really think that you're a fool, that you don't know what they did to put you in a position to rob Peter to pay Paul. Like, seriously, you're linking up with somebody right now that you're physically linking up with, right? Somebody that you're related to, whether it's through marriage, sleeping with, friends with, whoever. They put you in a position where you're trying to piece things together financially. And it's heartbreaking because you're talking to them and you're telling them that I'm trying to piece this together, piece that together. And they treat you like you're a fool, right? And knowing that you're a leader, right? Knowing that you're compassionate towards energies, right? Knowing that they have a wealth of knowledge, right? That could help you, and seeing you trying to climb up out of things. And seeing that a lot of people are trying to climb up out of things. But that's okay. That is A-okay. Because you've already won something. You've already won something, right? When I say you're your only competition, that's what an open enemy looks like. That is what an open enemy looks like. Your 8th house is going to be significant. Your 3rd house is going to be significant because you've been talking to this person. You already know. That's how close somebody, when I say 8 and 3 is 11, You walking in through a door. You talking to this energy like you've talked like. It literally is like somebody standing there talking to you right to your face and looking at you like you're a fool. And you looking back at them. You got to remember, water is reflective. Plus, you high priestess energy, right? This is somebody you've been talking to, and they talking to you like you just boo boo the fool. It's heartbreaking. This is somebody you consider as a family member. But they're treating you as if when you talk to other people, it's other people that's treating you like a fool, right? It's almost like they're saying to you, like, let's say, for instance, you're dating somebody or you're married to somebody and they like, oh, talk to so-and-so. Oh, you know they talking to you like you don't know any better. When it's really them. Like, anyway. Again, you're your only competition. So you won something already. But the day that somebody wakes up and sees, hey, that number 8, like the figure 8, right? 8 and 0 are the only numbers. You don't have to lift the pen. You don't have to lift the pen. Those are the only numbers, right? So basically somebody trying to make you feel like you don't have to ever lift a finger around them. I got you. I got you. You know, I got you, right? As long as they are on the, as long as you're on the dark side of 8, long as you can remain passive and powerless, they can remain egotistical, materialistic, and forceful, right? But it throws you out of sync. It throws you off of your target. So you winning something and you climbing up out of something, you got to look at these two right here. This is where you got to make the connection. The 6 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. This is you, big heart. Big old heart. You climbing up out of something. This is them. They see you as the opposition. Right? This is the lower chakra. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is the heart chakra. You trying to make a transition, trying to make a connection, right? And they sitting there smiling. Telling you, oh, I got a raise, I got an increase, I'm in a leadership position, all of this other stuff, because they always saw in some way, shape, form, or fashion them sitting behind you, and you sitting there telling them about your heartbreak. You trying to piece things together, and they telling you about a promotion. Somebody will get it. So Source is trying to help somebody to start seeing something. Source is trying to help you to start seeing something. Hopes and fears. Yep, you're going to keep your vibrations high. You're about to start keeping your vibrations high. Yeah, because you're in somebody could be in a very poisonous environment that's about to end. The scales from your eyes are being removed. Scales from your eyes are being removed. This is 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups here. Outcome. What is the outcome for my Cancers? What are the outcome for my Cancers? Yeah, somebody has really mastered. There's an earth sign that has mastered their craft. Yeah, there's an earth sign that has mastered. That's an 8 of coins. 8 is a earth sign. It's an earth sign that has really mastered their craft, and it's heartbreaking to even hear because it's a challenge. You know, it's a challenge that they're gonna have to be cut off. When you talk to them, they're going to be cut off because they really think that you're a fool. Yeah, yeah. This is the outcome. You're gonna have to learn how to rise above it. Yeah, we're gonna learn how to rise above something because you resolve something within yourself. You resolve something within yourself. But they have not. They haven't. So, don't know who I'm talking to, but they see you as competition. And that's unfortunate. They haven't resolved something within yourself, so they still see you as the opposition and see you as competition. So that's unfortunate. It's heartbreaking because when you talk to them, they see you as competition. They would rather see you climbing up out of a hole that they put you in. 6 feet under. And they standing right over it. Snake. The curse is now broken. So your bitter ex's lover wants you. They are Cambian spirit. Yep, your well of joy is within you. The devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. Crown chakra cleanse. Crown chakra cleanse. It's time for you to start enforcing some boundaries. Adjust your crown. What's crazy is that you realized something a long time ago. This is where a lot of people get cancers mixed up. You realized something a long time ago, Cancer, with this energy here. Generationally, you realized something long time ago at the 7 of Pentacles, that a seed had been planted a long time ago. It just happened to grow up. You just saw it pop out through the soil. It just happened to grow up, right? And when you saw it grow up, it may have taken you a minute to see that somebody mastered their craft, right? By who they were linking up with. You saw it. You saw something about the kind of work they were doing. You had to step back and look. You had to step back and look. Sometimes you have to step back and look at people at work and who they're working with. So don't give yourself a headache over it. Solar plexus chakra cleanse. Yep. Somebody has not been completely honest with you. Their demon is envy, right? Yep. You're dealing with a toxic masculine energy. Time for you to schedule a vacation. Healed people move differently. Somebody hasn't healed from something. So you have the gift of clairvoyance. Somebody, I'm just going to say this. Somebody has hunted them for a long time. Somebody has hunted this person for a long time. And instead of them, and speaking of hunter's moon, right? Somebody has hunted them for a long, long time. And it's heartbreaking to even hear that they have been hunted, right? And instead of them coming to you and saying something to you about something, like basically recruiting them for a long time, instead of them saying something to you so that you could help them in some capacity, they would rather see you as the enemy and see you 6 feet under and dominate you in some way, see you as the opposition. And so as far as the best thing you can do for yourself is to remove yourself from the equation. Remove yourself from the equation. Create a very firm boundary. Even better is to be very direct. Wealth is within your reach. Be very, very direct. You don't need to have any cut cards. None. No cut cards. You need to be very direct. Here we have somebody's a changeling. Your peace is paramount. You need to be very, very direct. Here we have Angel Gabriel, the messenger of God, is with you. Very direct. You're not dealing with liars. You inspired them to heal. You're not dealing with liars. He apologizes for betraying you, but I'm telling y'all now because you put up with one lie, you're gonna deal with another one. And then another one, then another one, then another one. Here you are trying to piece things together, right? And somebody is still, with everything that they know that you piecing things together, they are still lying to you about stuff. So somebody took a drive down F around and Find Out Street, and they got the right one. So that's what I'm seeing here in your cards. So because you master something too. This is a family member. It's a family member. Somebody thought they were going to keep you stuck on a loop. Wrong one. Wrong one. Yeah. Forgiveness. See, you forgave them a long time ago, but they didn't forgive you. You forgave them a long time ago, but they didn't forgive you. So, yeah. You're operating in your career. His compassion. They must not be operating in theirs. But you're operating in yours. You're an Empress energy. Empress or High Priestess energy. You operating in your career. They must not be operating in theirs. They still rather see you 6 feet under. Still seeing you as competition. Still thinking that you're a fool. You're a Cancer, whether you're a Cancer sun or Cancer moon. So, you know, you inspired them to heal. So, yeah, gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. And so, trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Yeah. So this is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I will see you all in the next video. Yep. So I'll see you all in the next video. But yeah, whoever's bitter ex's lover wants you, they can can that. They can forget that. You don't want them, not today, not tomorrow, next week, or ever. They can forget that. So yeah, you're scheduling a vacation. Yeah. Nope. So yeah, your peace is paramount. It's not even whoever this is, anything that having to do with bitter. Yeah, this is your energy is about being in harmonious relationships, just of all kinds, just harmonious relationships. So bitterness does not factor into any of it. So, but that's what I'm seeing for you. And somebody hasn't felt protected. And somebody is just bitter. Whoever it is, somebody's been around bitterness. And that's why somebody sees you as competition, because they're around a lot of bitterness and just rage and anger and frustration and envy and all of this other stuff, and just toxicity and secrets. And that's why they feel like, you know, it was okay for you to be piecing stuff together while they talking about getting promoted. They didn't have a problem with seeing you as competition and saying that they love you at the same time. Just craziness, absolute craziness. And this is why you inspired them to heal. But you will be enforcing boundaries. But you knew something a long time ago. That's what I see for you. Hopefully this is helpful. See you all in the next video. Bye.